Here's what I'm working on. Part of what I'm working on is I'm catching up on some emails, but I'm looking at these stats that I think are really interesting and I want to chat with y'all about. So, number one, and I'll post this in the comments below for you to look at. Oh dear, I did not mean to click on it, but let's make it bigger. That's fine. All right, this is from October. And remember, we get stats like a month late. So this email came to me in November and it's for October, comparing year over year and from the previous month. Okay, so 36 median days on market, and that's up from 30 last month. So in September of this year, median days on market was just 30 days, and now it's increased to 36. So listings are sitting on the market longer. Median price per square foot, $222.95. That's still a crazy high. Fantastic for sellers. Price per square foot. Interesting. 2619 homes sold, which is down almost 40%. Look at that. 39.7% from last year. Okay, that's 2,000 single family homes, 619 multifamily homes. So our days on market is up. Our homes sold is down. Our median price, though, $530,000, is still up 5% from last October. Do you think it's still a good time to sell? Interesting. That's for single family. Multifamily, $405,000, and that's up 6.4% from last October. And then this shows you right here in 2022, this year. In October, we had 4,000 listings entered, where last year in 2021, we had 4,600, and I'm just, rounding, 4,600 listings entered. So what does this tell me? What should it tell you? But what does it tell me? Because I've been doing this a long time, and I do this day in and day out, and that's why we can talk about this so freely and so easily and look at this information and look at these statistics. Now, this is for the Utah market, okay? I need to find a similar stat graphic for the Austin, Texas area. This is for the Utah market. But I will say Austin, Texas is trending similar. I've just noticed about 6 weeks ahead of Utah. So this trend that happened in October probably happened about 6 weeks ago in Austin. That's the trend that's continuing to pattern as I'm looking at prices, days on market, price dropping, marketing. A big thing that is different and is changing is that I would say buyers are really leading right now the feeling of how things are going. Buyers are uneasy, and because buyers are uneasy about the market and where things are at and where things are going in interest rates, and prices needing to decrease in order for people to afford the same properties that they could in the early summer, has to catch up with each other as well. So those are some interesting facts and details and stats that we're following and looking at. So homes are on the market a little bit longer. The sales are down, which is creating this illusion that there's more homes, that there's more inventory. Now, there's not necessarily more inventory, because as we also saw, there haven't been as many homes put on the market this year compared to last year. So last year, we had a lot more homes put on the market, and for all of those homes that were put on the market, there were buyers just gobbling them up. Now we have homes going on the market. They're sitting on the market longer. Prices are having to come down. But there is still a buyer demand. Just buyers are more uneasy. So what does that tell me? Number one, sellers, we have to be smart about listing and selling. Let me zoom out just a little bit. We have to be smart about listing your home. Number one, pricing is definitely a factor that buyers are taking into consideration. With interest rates being up, they're looking at, can I afford this property now compared to a couple months ago? They're looking at how much is this property going to cost me? And they're looking at what's the competition. There are a lot more homes on the market now for them to see and to look at in a showing time period. And then buyers are going, well, what if I wait a week? What if I wait 2 weeks? What if I wait 3 weeks? I've got time to wait because I've already been waiting. I've been forced to wait, and now I'm used to waiting. But also now interest rates, what are they going to continue to do? So these are factors we have to look at. Number two is marketing. We now have to be a lot more strategic in going out and finding our buyers. And at Amber Almond Real Estate, we do that. We do that really well. We've been doing that for a long time with our digital marketing strategy. We can go out and find buyers who are actively searching for properties. We can retarget buyers who are actively searching for properties, et cetera, et cetera. So that's something that I'm really confident in our ability to do and something we've been doing for a while. Marketing is a big thing. We cannot cut corners on the experience people receive online versus the experience they receive in person. If there is a disconnect in how people are seeing properties online and then coming to your property and seeing it in person, and they feel like, oh, the pictures were way better online, or this house needs a lot more work, the paint colors aren't as great. Buyers have the opportunity now to be able to have an opinion because they can wait and they can see the next house down the road and the one 3 blocks away and still look in the same neighborhood, and then decide too that like I can change the paint on the house 3 blocks over because the price is cheaper than this one. So we have to look at and analyze and think about and take into consideration all of these factors when we are pricing and marketing our properties for sale. Okay, buyers, where is the advantage for you? I would much, much, much rather have a couple of days to see a property, to think about a property, to negotiate a property, to potentially drop the price or have closing costs paid for, than to have to make an offer $50,000 over the asking price yesterday. Okay? Here's why. Yes, I am paying a higher interest rate. However, did you know that you could ask the seller to pay money towards your closing costs and use some of that money to buy down your interest rate? Interesting. That's a thing. And it's a thing that a lot of buyers are doing right now. Buyers with agents who are educated and networked with their lenders. People who have relationship with their lenders to be able to talk to them about what are the scenarios, how can we best buy down those rates, what's the best options for our sellers, our lenders who are taking into consideration the trends and rates when they're going up, when they're going down, what's causing them to go up and down, and educating the buyers on those things. We're not seeing a lot of real estate agents not negotiate. We're not seeing a lot of real estate agents negotiate for their buyers. That's concerning. You want an agent who can jump out there and advocate for you in this market, and they absolutely will go to bat for you. I promise you that. Number two, if your agent is teaching you about these trends and opportunities, you have an amazing agent, somebody who is willing to help you see the value in where you can buy, because now you can buy in lower prices, which is actually a thumbs up thing, but now you can also buy down the interest rate so that that works in your favor. Number two, I would much rather pay less for a property right now than $50,000 more for a property 6 months ago, Because once you're locked into that price, it's really difficult to bring that price down. The lender wants their money. And now you can't sell that property for what you bought it for just a couple months ago. But if interest rates come down, you can refinance. Well, that's interesting. So if your payment can be similar to what it was 4 months ago, but now you've purchased a property that's less money, either because prices have dropped or you've negotiated it to be less, isn't that more attractive when you can capitalize on a lower interest rate? Absolutely. So it's time for sellers and buyers to pivot. It's time to change our mentality and to be thinking and looking and acting on things from a different angle, and taking that into your advantage. For my sellers who are looking to sell and then buy again, these are the same conversations we're having every single day. We're looking at what is your position to be able to sell this property compared to when you bought this property, how much has your property appreciated? Because the other thing that I want you to remember in a long-term relationship with real estate is that properties tend to appreciate over time. Yes, they're going down a little bit right now, but over time, the property is going to appreciate again. So if you're looking to get into a property for the long term, now is a really fantastic opportunity to be able to look at your scenario and your opportunity to be able to buy or reposition. It's still great. Number 3 or 4 or 5, I don't even know where I'm at anymore, you guys. That's part of this head cold. But look at how good my real estate game is. I'm on it every single day because I work in real estate every single day. I advocate for my clients every single day. I'm just throwing that out there. A lot of agents I've been seeing throw out these things like it's 100%, it's, renting. If you're renting right now, this is who I want to talk to is the renters. If you're renting right now, you're seeing the ads like, yeah, it's costing you 100% every month to rent. Do not feel bad about renting right now and bettering your position, okay? Because here's the reality. Is it costing you money to rent right now? Yes, it absolutely is. But it would also be costing you money to own, because when you own a home, when you own a property, you have to remember that you're paying taxes, you're paying maintenance, you're paying interest, you're paying a big chunk of your money in interest and taxes. So don't make it your long-term plan to rent forever and ever and ever and be an eternal renter, but don't feel bad about renting for just a minute. If you are planning to purchase a property, you will know exactly when the time is right for you. And if you need help knowing exactly when the time is right for you, then talk to somebody like me, who's your trusted advocate in real estate, because I am a firm believer in helping you problem solve your individual situation, not the economic situation, okay? Just because it's right to sell or right to buy for somebody else doesn't mean that it's right in your position, and I can help you qualify if it's right for you or not and get you talking to the right people to help you make that decision as well. So I hope this information was helpful. As always, post your comments and questions below. If you have questions that you want to talk privately about, reach out to me directly. I am always happy to help you as your trusted real estate advisor. I am licensed in both Utah and Texas. However, I have agents nationwide. So if you need an agent somewhere that is not Utah or Texas, that cannot be me firsthand, then I'm happy to partner you up with one of my awesome agents who I work with nationwide and still be involved in the process for you. So hope you're having a great day. We will chat soon.